Hey, what's good, y'all? Fusion here, back with another video. And today I just want to go into a part two of what Patrick Beverly has been going on, saying about the Phoenix Suns. Part one is already up, so definitely do go check that out. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get started here. This is a blind reaction as well. Um, so yeah,
Because I want you to elaborate. You're talking about Phoenix talk so much. Give us some perspective, some insight on what it's like to play against the Phoenix
I
Suns.
mean, we are in Phoenix. We're playing against them, and we're gonna see you guys in the playoff. You guys gonna be the HC. You guys who we want to see. But I'm gonna pause it right there. All right. If Kawhi's not hurt, Phoenix doesn't go to the championship last year.
I agree with that.
Let's be honest.
they're talking about last year, with the Clippers and the Suns, when Kawhi was out. And Kawhi and that Clippers team definitely could have watched the Phoenix Suns team. I think that the Phoenix Suns last year were a more complete team. I think this year they have been somewhat getting exposed in like the playoffs as far as losing to this Mavs team. They are they're first in of the West by a long shot. They're a great team. Um, this just shows that they are missing another shot creator. I think only having one shot creator can cause an issue for your team. And let's go ahead and address who the one shot creator is. It's Devin Booker. Chris Paul isn't someone who will take you off of like the dribble that much. He is a floor general, um, floor facilitator. He knows how to put his team in the right positions. Um, DeAndre Trash Boy Ayton. I freaking hate DeAndre Ayton because he's supposed to be better than he is. Chris Paul makes him look great. Chris Paul makes a lot of players look great, honestly. If we are gonna talk like for real, and I'm gonna just throw this name out here because this is the first name that came to mind. DeAndre Jordan. We all thought that DeAndre Jordan was a quality big man lob catcher. James Harden. Let's talk about James Harden for a second. His stats look great, but he's not winning no games without Chris Paul. You saw what happened when Chris Paul went down against that went down against like Golden State. Yeah, that was because Chris Paul was out. Chris Paul knows how to win games, but I don't believe he can win these type of games by himself without that other shot creator. Um, when Devin Booker is struggling, Chris Paul isn't someone who will just take over the game by dropping 30, 40 points. Now he has done it, but that's not his role. Now DeAndre Ayton was supposed to be that guy, but that nigga's dog shit. Um, who else? Who else on that team? Cameron Payne plays the exact same as Chris Paul, but he's sort of trash. That's really all they have, man. If they would have got an Eric Gordon, if they would have got a Jamal Crawford type of player, a Jordan Clarkson player, someone who can come off the bench or be that third spark. That's what they need, and that's what they have always been missing. And it was apparent also last year against like the Bucks when they needed someone else to score. Man, I don't know. I don't know. He's speaking facts so far.
No, I agree with that.
So not why are we the next year talking about how great
Because they turned
Phoenix?
around and they won 64 games.
They're a seasoned team. Their system is great. Their system is a system that all the players know. Their coach, they have all the players coming back. They had the main core been there. They just added CP. Their coach has been phenomenal. Of course, you're supposed to win a lot of games. You're made up to win a lot of games.
64 games says something.
And then get blowed out says another.
I agree that, but I'm saying if they win yesterday, we're not saying that because they had won 64 games.
And then
That's why we anticipated they were going to the conference finals. I thought Golden State was going to take them out. That was my belief all year. They was going to meet Phoenix and they were going to take them out because Dallas was a body.
We wanted them first round.
Minnesota wanted them first round.
First round.
Carl Anthony Towns wanted them first round.
Anthony Edwards, one of them first round.
Anthony Edwards. I mean, don't get me started. That's a big time, bro.
You guys should have lost to the Clippers then.
We don't do that, but no.
I think
seriously.
there's an element here. I talked about this earlier this morning. There is an element here, just X's and O's wise. I think this is important to note.
Okay.
The Phoenix Suns have one of the worst shot profiles in the NBA, in the modern NBA. Pat Bev, what do teams try to get? Threes, layups, free throws, right?
Corner threes.
You're right. They operate in the mid-range. They're bottom 5 in the league in the regular season.
And that is true. So their mid-range game is phenomenal, but not in today's NBA. That won't work. We saw that with the Bulls. DeMar DeRozan is a mid-range killer, but it's not going to win you games. Devin Booker, Chris Paul, they do hit threes, but they get a lot of their points off of like the one dribble pull up, they go by your like defender and then pull up the fadeaway off of like the free throw line. That's how they score a lot of their buckets. If you watch the game, Luka does that, and he'll shoot a nice little step back three. He'll shoot another step back three. Bronson, he will shoot a three. Spencer Dinwiddie, he will also shoot a step back three. So it's like they're playing it a much more X's and O's and percentage, which has been working during like the regular season. But in the playoffs, it's all about free throws, layups, and threes, just like JJ Redick said. If you're getting to the line, that slows down at the game quite a bit. It lets you see the ball go into like the basket. And I tell everybody this, basketball is one of the most mental type of games because it's a lot about confidence. It is most of the time you against this one guy in front of you. You have to feel that confidence of being like, I can beat this guy. Or I can take this guy here and then hit my shot that I have been working on for years and years. I know how to counter move that one and hit you with this. Most basketball players have at least 3 to 4 counter moves. And your confidence in those counter moves lets you win those matchups. I mean, ultimately wins you like those games. It's a confidence mental sport that a lot of people don't know. So I am glad that they do bring up a JJ Redick, Patrick Beverly, Kyrie, those type of people on like the first take and tells you from that perspective. Just a little food for thought. Y'all can put that on your spirit. Also, comment down below and tell me what you think about that.
In 3-point attempts, they're bottom 5 in the league in the regular season in free throw attempts per game. Now in the playoffs, they're 15th out of 16th in those two categories. They just don't generate enough pressure on the rim to create 3-point opportunities. And what Dallas did in this series, they're up on every Chris Paul pick and roll. Late switching on he can't get to that elbow jumper. Yep. Devin Booker, every time he gets a dribble handoff, every time he's in a pick and roll, they're blitzing that action. The Suns don't have that third guy. They don't have that third perimeter scorer.
Who just said that? Hey, man, I know what I'm talking about, dog. I know what the hell I'm talking about. All right.
We're not having a conversation.
And this was a blind reaction.
About why Phoenix lost. We're having a conversation about
it says down there what went wrong for Phoenix.
You interrupted. Get my point. We're not having a conversation about why Phoenix lost in theory. We're having a conversation about why they were down by 46 points.
Scared.
30 at the half.
They were scared.
So now that's where. What are you saying to that?
Basketball player, you can see it in the eyes. They were scared. It ain't about Luka taking his soul. They knew starting the game what was going to happen. He's done it before. They watch. Trust me. They have iPhone. They have Instagram. They see the numbers of Luka Doncic averaging 39. They hear me saying, "Man, he did it to me. He did it to me." Kawhi and Paul George. I'm damn sure you gonna do it to them. They know that. Boys scared of Luka. Ain't nobody afraid of anybody over there in Phoenix, man. Everybody in the league knows that, bro.
And I do want to talk about the Clippers team that he was on. He's a premier defender. A Kawhi, a premier defender. Paul George, a great like premier defender. If Luka can do that to those three people, what makes you think that that these bums who don't even play defense, like the Suns? And the reason I call them bums is because in reality, they should be headed to the conference finals. They shouldn't have lost like this, you know. And you can't really put it all on Chris Paul. You got to put it on if these two aren't scoring, who is their third option? And I think that's the biggest issue. It was supposed to be DeAndre Ayton, and I always give him shit. The reason is because he was supposed to be a star. He was supposed to be that guy, but this nigga sucks. That ain't supposed to happen, dog. Come on, man. Someone need to check him. I think they get me on there, and I'll tell and I'll tell everybody exactly what happened. This nigga's dog shit. That's why they lost. I don't think he showed up yet. He hasn't showed up. And like I understand that Devin Booker could have played better. Definitely like Chris Paul could have played better. But if they are struggling, someone has to step up. We saw with the Celtics game. I don't even know the nigga name. Let me actually go find him. He showed up. I gotta pull it up here. Grant Williams showed up. He averaged 7.8 points a game. He came out, had 27 points. He showed up. He hit 7 threes. Nobody knows who that is. He showed up. That's what they're supposed to do. DeAndre Ayton was supposed to show up. And he didn't. I hate that they're not talking about this dude. He hasn't showed up at all for this team. Nuts.
Like, it's just, but y'all don't know that because y'all not in the locker room. No one's afraid of Phoenix. We wanted them. No one's afraid of Phoenix. I talked to some teammates. I ain't going to say who because I'm going to say who, forget it. I talked to Paul George last night, man. Pat, ain't nobody scared of them. But you face Dallas, you ain't scared of Dallas, but, man, you
Scared Luka.
Hey, man, you got to get your game right when you play Luka. I'm just being honest.
I want to go back.
Man, that's just a lot to unpack just in general. Again, I'm not a professional basketball player, so I don't know what people think as far as facing these great players such as Luka, such as Booker. But from the eye test, from just watching like the game, Luka was doing anything he wanted to and some. You saw Devin Booker couldn't do anything. You saw he does like rely on that pick and roll, quick pull up at the elbow. And we all know that Chris Paul does that shot well. But if they take that away, if they blitz, if they force them to shoot the three, if they force it into boosted ass, garbage ass DeAndre Ayton, they're not gonna win games. But that's pretty much all I got, man. Like, comment, subscribe. Again, I'm dropping a new series coming out at 4 o'clock today. Make sure that you got the post notifications on. Make sure that you're subscribed so you don't miss it. And yeah, I'll see you guys next video. Peace.